Dhanush sir was a complete fangirl moment, and he used to tell me, Kalidas, and all of us a lot of stories about his experiences, his love towards actors like Mohanlal sir, Mammootty sir, and like, those from Kerala and others. எனக்கு ஏன் இந்த கேரக்டர் இவ்வளோ ஸ்பெஷல்னா இட்ஸ் அ வெரி ஜென்யூன் கேரக்டர். ஷி டசன்ட் ஹவ் எனிதிங் டு ஹைட் ஆர் எனிதிங் டு ஷீ இஸ் வாட் ஷீ இஸ். She doesn't change for anyone. She's not anything else. She's just Meghla. We used to go to set even if we didn't have shoot. We used to hang out there. We used to just sit there and look at sir direct and S.J. Surya sir act and all those things. So it was an absolute joy to be there. Now that I've actually worked a lot, I've gone into a good diet, workout and everything, now I feel much more happier. So now if somebody comes and tells me, you're like, oh, you're fat, or if anyone passes that comment also, I won't care because I'm happy the way I am right now.
Hi, hello and welcome to Cinema Express. என் பேரு நாராயணி and இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கூட இருக்கிறது Aparna Balamurali for Raayan. Hi. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Nice, good. How are you?
I'm all good. Okay. So Raayan, as we see, பெரிய star cast and it's created a lot of expectations. But I'd like to start from where it all began. ஏன்னா நீங்க ஒரு Instagram post போட்டிருந்தீங்க. This is the dream come true. It's so special for me அப்படின்றது. So how did you get this opportunity and இது எப்படி அந்த வந்த தருணம் உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இருந்தது?
எனக்கு வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட்டு நான் ஃப்ரெண்ட் கூட பெங்களூர் இருக்கும்போது தான் எனக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட்டு ஷ்ரேயஸோட கால் வருது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட்டாக he's asking me, Dhanush sir is, he first said Sun Pictures is producing a film and Dhanush sir is directing it, and would you like to be a part, like he would like to narrate a story in சொல்லும்போது I was very surprised and நிஜமா இப்படி ஒரு கால் வருதான்ற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீல் இருந்தா எனக்கு, and I was very happy, and that's how it all started. And during Nithamuruvanam promotions, I came here and we coordinated. Sir was also free, and once I also got free, we both met. Sir just briefed me the story and my character, and obviously it's Dhanush sir's film. You don't have any reason to say no to it, and the character was also very convincing, and that's how I signed the film.
Great. And very happy for you. And because it's more special because நீங்க ஒரு காலத்துல you all fangirling over these actors.
Of course, yes.
Fahad Fasiloda இருக்கட்டும்,
even now,
yeah.
Like all these things are huge fangirl moments for us. Even now we are a huge, like, see, I've never not been a fan of Dhanush sir's or even Fafa or anyone here for that matter. Yeah,
so that's also very special. I think it's
very special, extremely special. And Fafa is now like, see, while doing Maheshna Prathigaram, I had that true fangirl moment when first time sharing the screen with him. Now we did another movie together, Dhoomam, and now we're more like friends, and you know, very good friends. And I think that's also very important. That was something, that was a transition from being that fangirl, still a fan, but I can talk to him like
a student madri.
It's more like sharing experiences about what he feels. So now I've also done couple of films, so I share my experiences on what went wrong and what went good for me. He'll also share his experiences, so it's like that you have more things to talk about now. Dhanush sir was a complete fangirl moment, and he used to tell me, Kalidas, and all of us a lot of stories about his experiences, his love towards actors like Mohanlal sir, Mammootty sir, and like those from Kerala and others. It was nice. It's nice to hear from these people who has a lot of experience on how they did it, like how they are what they are now.
About Raayan and your character, நீங்க நிறைய இன்டர்வியூஸ் சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க, சௌமியா இஸ் a very relatable character to you. அதே மாதிரி வந்து பொம்மி was also kind of relatable அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So இந்த ஃபிலிம்ல எப்படி this was also very relatable to you, or have you tried something out of your comfort zone?
It was not very relatable to me. In the character வந்து is very raw, அந்த சென்னை, I mean not சென்னை ஒரு type பொண்ணு, and she is, I think it's all about the attitude. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து இந்த it's not about the dressing, it's not about anything else, it's about the attitude. And you like a person, you 100% like a person, you die for that person. If you don't like a person, you hate that person. That's the only meter this character has.
Right.
And எனக்கு ஏன் இந்த கேரக்டர் இவ்வளோ ஸ்பெஷல்னா, இட்ஸ் a very genuine character. And in the character வந்து she doesn't have anything to hide or anything to she's what she is. She doesn't change for anyone, she's not anything else, she's just மேகலா. அப்போ அந்த ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு இந்த கேரக்டர்ல. அண்ட் இஃப் யூ ஆஸ்க் மீ, ஐ டோன்ட் திங்க் ஐ கேன் ரிலேட் அ லாட் டு ஹர். இந்த போல்ட்னஸ் எல்லாமே இருக்கு, பட் இருந்தாலும் அந்த அளவுக்கு ஜெனுவினா ரா இருக்கிற பொண்ணுங்க இஸ் வெரி வெரி லோ. லைக் யூ டோன்ட் see a lot of people around you. It's very less. So that's the main reason I fell in love with Meghla.
Okay. ஏன்னா இந்த படத்துல வந்து when we are seeing that water packet music video தான் முதல்ல வந்தது. And அதுல மட்டும்தான் we understand that you're in a romantic relationship with Sandeep Kishan. அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களோட கேரக்டர் பத்தி பெருசா ஒன்று தெரிய வரல. And now you've said that. I also want to ask you, நீங்க வந்து மதுரை பாஷை ஸ்பெஷலா கத்துக்கிட்டீங்க சூரிய போட்டிருக்காங்க. இதுக்கு you had to learn மெட்ராஸ் பாஷை and like how difficult was
இல்ல
that?
இந்த இதுல வந்து தனுஷ் சார் whenever he gave the script to us, like scenes வந்து எனக்கு தமிழ் படிக்க தெரியாது, அதனால எல்லா வேர்ட்ஸுமே இங்கிலீஷ்ல வந்து அந்த ஸ்லாங்ல தான் he had written it.
Okay.
So அதனால it was easier for me. Right. And sirக்கு வந்து sir didn't want us to get too prepared for the scene or anything. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அது ஆர்கானிக்கா அங்க அந்த மொமெண்ட்ல எப்படி பண்ண முடியும் அதுதான் முக்கியம். லைக் he wants us to learn our dialogues but not be too much prepared about like okay இந்த அளவுக்கு ஃபுல்லாவே இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணலாம் சீன், அந்த அளவுக்கு எல்லாம் ப்ரிப்பேர்ட் ஆனது பிடிக்காது. He just wants us to be aware of our character and the scene. Rest he'll be there to help you, like how to do it and how to convey it to the audience and how to use the surrounding and all those things.
Yeah, makes sense. And in the film especially, like in your previous films எல்லாம் எட்டு தொட்டாக்கள்ல வந்து you had ஒரு நாசரா இருக்கட்டும், எம்எஸ் பாஸ்கரா இருக்கட்டும், இந்த மாதிரி வெட்டரன்ஸ் இருந்தாங்க. அதே சமயத்துல வந்து யூ ஹேட் சூரிய போட்டது, யூ ஹேட் சூர்யா, மோகன் பாபு, ரிஷி மேம், அண்ட் அகேன் தென் வி கம் டு வீக்ல விசேஷம், வி ஹேட் கேபிஎஸ் லலிதா மேம், சத்யராஜ் சார், இந்த மாதிரி வெட்டரன்ஸ் கூட யூ ஹேட் ஒர்க். அண்ட் நவ் இட்ஸ் லைக் a predominantly young cast who can properly relate to along with some veterans as well. So இவங்க கிட்ட அந்த bouncing off and the learning experiences எப்படி இருந்தது towards each other?
I think working the veterans I've worked with is younger than us, like by heart. Urvashi ma'am, Satyaraj sir, Lalita amma, everyone, இவங்க எல்லாரும் by heart they're younger than me, they're younger than all of us. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அவ்வளோ எனர்ஜி இருக்கு அந்த ஒரு சீன் பண்ணும்போது. that dedication and the energy, I don't think ஒரு அளவுக்கு we have missed out on all these things, and the kind of work they put into cinemas, beautiful. And இந்த இதுல வரும்போது it was more like one naughty bunch of kids. All of us were like okay, sir had to actually take care of one whole bunch of kids who might they like it was a very like brats nu சொல்ற மாதிரி இருக்கிற ஒரு 5 pasanga. We all were like enjoying on set, like it was basically like ஒரு ஸ்கூல் கேங் மாதிரி இருந்தது எனக்கு வந்து. Kalidas has always been my very close friend. He's one of my best friends. He knows, like the one thing me and Kali relates is that we have seen our worst, we have seen our best, we're still seeing our best. So that has always been there with Kali. Dushara and Sandeep are comparatively new people I met, but we all hit it off quickly. We had a great rapport. Sir also wanted that rapport. Sir was also like full on enjoying this whole thing. And we used to go to set even if we didn't have shoot. We used to hang out there. We used to just sit there and look at sir direct and Astray Surya sir act and all those things. So it was an absolute joy to be there on set. I think Raayan is one of the movies I've 100% enjoyed doing it. Like 100% I've been happy on set.
That's very nice. It gives you some really good satisfaction.
Definitely. See, it's not always about how the movie is, how the movie works. It's all, there are some things that always keeps certain movies memorable, at least for you, at least for the person who has worked in it. So I take all these things as a huge positives, moving forward. Yeah.
So coming back to your filmography, இப்போ வந்து சௌமியா ஃப்ரம் வீட்ல விசேஷம் அண்ட் பொம்மி ஃப்ரம் சுரரை போற்று அண்ட் லைக் டு அன் எக்ஸ்டென்ட் ஈவன் சாரா ஃப்ரம் சர்வம் தாளமயம் ஆர் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் லுக்ட் அட் அஸ் லைக் ஐடியல் கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இந்த ஐடியல் வைஃப்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல பார்க்கும்போது கூட மாத்தி மாத்தி இந்த ரெண்டு பேரோட டைலாக்ஸ் தான் வரும். இந்த சௌமியா வந்து நம்ம ரெண்டு பேரும் வயசானா என்ன ஆகும், ஒரு செமையா இருப்போம்ல அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஸோ ஹவு டு யூ லுக் அட் these kind of roles that you're playing and இது kind of ஒரு societal expectations create பண்ணுது நீங்க நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
I don't think so. See, all my characters have clearly defined their own independent thought processes and as a couple. So I think as much as இப்போ என்ன சொல்றது, இப்போ பொம்மின்ற ஒரு கேரக்டர் வந்து she didn't wait for anything or anyone. She just moved forward, and when she thought that this relationship is going to work, they were in a relationship. He helped her, she helped him out in the whole process of starting the airlines and everything. So see, the thing is, the one thing I love about old movies is that they've never forced anything இப்போ the female character has to say this அந்த மாதிரி எதுவும் force பண்ணி எதுவும் I don't think they've written anything like that. And we have beautiful female characters. So I think more than any society, like any expectations in the society, I think these characters as a couple, how you'll be, that's the only thing which they've shown on screen. And I think we all do that with your partner. If a character is saying this, வயசானா நம்ம செமையா இருக்கும்னு சொல்றது, I think we all do it with our partners, with our loved ones, and you want it that way. When it's a relationship, it has to be that way. It shouldn't be about ego. It shouldn't be about, so everything has its own aspects. When you're working, your work is like basic, everything is important. You being independent is important. You having your own stand is important. But on the other hand, when you're a couple, being a non-egoistic person is very important. To understand what the other person wants, to be with the other person in need. It's always about mutually respecting and accepting what you are. So that is always there. So that has to be there. When you're a couple, you have to be a couple. There, it's not you and me, it's us. That us, we factor should always be there.
Right. And I also feel like your on-screen persona and your off-screen persona is kind of like similar. ஏன்னா வந்து on-screenல வந்து you're like super outspoken, bold, straightforward. And அதே மாதிரி off-screenல you're very straightforward and you speak your mind in terms of even voicing out issues, say about pay parity or like body shaming and things like that. So அதை எப்படி நீங்க பாக்குறீங்க?
I think I've never like என்ன சொல்றது, அந்த அதுக்காக ஒரு அஜெண்டாலாம் போட்டுட்டு நான் எதுவும் பண்ணல. I just see இந்த மாதிரி genuine, if I feel like something's not right, I might say that out loud. And I'm not a person who lies. இப்போ எனக்கு வந்து அது பொய் சொல்ல பிடிக்காது. இப்போ if someone asks me இந்த இப்போ என்ன சொல்றது, இது genuine-ஆ நான் இப்போ if I'm not for that thing or if I'm not standing for that thing, I don't like myself saying that I am for that thing. Like simply chumma to make people understand or to give people another impression, I won't do anything. I'm not a person who pleases people that way. And I've always been that. I've genuinely raised my opinions and it was only my opinions. Like, as a girl, as a 29-year-old person who sits in the room and thinks about, when I get a free day, maybe I might think about all these things and why is this happening like this, or why if I'm talking about body shaming, all these things are points I've processed when I'm alone, or so I tend to raise it somewhere. It's a very genuine doubts or some genuine statements which I say. It doesn't have any kind of agenda which I've planned or anything. So yeah, that's how it actually comes out of me.
இல்ல அஜெண்டான்னு இல்ல, it's very difficult அப்படின்னு சொல்ல வரேன்.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I was trying to say. But it's not any strategy which I've planned. It's just genuine doubts which I sometimes ask the audience, or sometimes if people ask me about how I feel about my body or how I feel about people body shaming me, I always have the genuine questions. If you fall in love with a person. In real life, you don't even care how she looks or he looks. So, but when it comes to cinema, it's a different perception. I've had problems in accepting that for a very long time. I don't know if I've still accepted it, but I love doing cinema, so I might make my adjustments to do it. That's the whole point. But genuinely, I haven't you know, accepted that whole looking different for cinema, looking different in real life something.
Okay. பட் அதை உங்களால் அசர்ட் பண்ண முடியுதா இப்போ இருக்கிற உங்களோட கரியர் டைம்ல? ஏன்னா வந்து ஐ ஃபீல் லைக் யூர் லைக் த யூ சார்ட் ஆஃப் பிரிங் அ லாட் ஆஃப் லைக் sort of bring a lot of charisma to the screen. And you also இந்த மாதிரி body positivity பத்தி பேசும்போது but cinema has different expectations on itself. So அத உங்களோட கரியர்ல இப்போ உங்களால அசர்ட் பண்ண முடியுதா? How has been the response been if you've actually asserted that?
So now that I've actually lost to 10 to 12 kgs right now after Raayan, I'm okay with it. I'm healthy, I'm happy, and my health was also very bad. So in a way, my body positivity was not all about how I look. It was also about how healthy I am. I was not very healthy. So now that I've actually worked a lot, I've gone into a good diet, workout and everything, now I feel much more happier. So now if somebody comes and tells me, you're like, oh, you're fat, or if anyone passes that comment also, I won't care, because I'm happy the way I am right now. I'm very healthy, I'm content. When it comes to Raayan, and before that I had thyroid issues, and it was not easy to tackle it.
Right.
And I got a very good break in between. After Raayan, I got a good few months to make myself healthy. So that I really utilized it, and right now I feel way good about myself.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So happy to hear. Right. And but Raayan ku munnadi after Nitham Oruvanam, you had like a 2-year gap. You had your national award, which was like a big thing.
Yeah.
And adukapram you haven't been doing projects in Tamil, and this was like 2 years kapram.
No. I was doing Malayalam films then.
Adu irundhathu. But Tamil la vandu
illa Tamil I wasn't doing a lot. I listened to few script which it didn't personally work for me.
Right.
Meanwhile, I was doing Malayalam films, so then I thought, okay, fine, let's do that in between, and then see if anything good comes. And I've always believed in என்ன சொல்றது, நம்ம வெயிட் பண்ணும்போது நல்லது வரும்னு the thought எனக்கு இருக்குப்பா. That's how Surrey Potru came to me, that's how Raayan also came to me.
So Tamil, you're consciously choosing scripts உங்களுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி வரணும், and what are you exactly looking for in a script in Tamil?
I think in Tamil மட்டும் இல்ல, in general I want to do characters that people don't forget.
Right.
There are a lot of characters. I was just talking to Nazriya recently, and I was telling her how Om Shanti Oshana lights up our house, our flat. Like, I just simply watch Om Shanti Oshana for the sake of watching it. I just want to be happy. I watched that film, and of course Nazriya has a lot to do about that. So characters like those, it's not just about, you feel like you do a serious character and you're a great actor, you cry a lot, you're a great actor. I think humor and all those areas are still unexplored properly. I mean, definitely Urvashi ma'am and Kalpana ma'am, all those actors did that, and it was unmatchable. It is still unmatchable, but still I would love us in our generation, for women to get more characters in humor, comedy, because the kind of characters Kalpana ma'am and all did, I don't think nowadays only very little people, very few people are getting it. Very few people are trying it as writers also. So I hope that those things and all come back stronger.
And it's also very difficult to write comedy as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're being typecast into certain roles, and like idle in the break pandradhukku neenga enna
panna? Yeah, that phase will always be there.
Right.
I think it's just that you can wait for a good thing to come, or if you feel like you know that waiting would go longer, even if you're typecasted, you find a way to do it differently.
Okay.
So those things and all other things that are in my mind. But yeah, we tend to get typecasted. That's a part of the whole package, I feel.
Correct. But it's okay, you feel
ultimately the biggest thing is that you exist in this field. You are still there. You are getting films. I'm thankful for that.
Great. Do you have like a particular dream role or something that you would want to cherish? Idha mari role na yahan panikittu iruken.
Yeah, I would love to do biopics, period drama, things I've never tried. So
So இந்த மாதிரி whole list நிறைய
Yeah,
இருக்கு
man,
அப்படின்ற
நிறைய
மாதிரி.
இருக்கு. As long as writers keep giving new characters, you'll always feel like, oh wow, this is nice, this is interesting. Maybe it's a robot tomorrow, maybe it's something else tomorrow. So that's
Okay. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you,
this conversation
Narayani.
with me.
Thank
I listened to a lot of things and it was very nice talking to you.
Thank
All the best for Ryan and your future endeavors.
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.